Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Chansey, who is described as an egg-type Pokemon, and it's a normal type, just, nice simple normal type, and I'm probably remembering this absolutely wrong, but I have a feeling Chansey in the TV show, shows up at some point as like a carer at you're really testing my knowledge here. It is also like 10 o'clock at night. I'm pre-recording this the night before because I have to get up really early to go to court tomorrow for jury duty. The place where you go, Poke Center? I don't know, the place where you go to heal your Pokemon. That tells you how long it's been since I've played or watched Pokemon at all. But yeah, it's a cute little Pokemon. It is a light pink, ovalish shaped Pokemon. It looks like 3 sets of like floppy dog ears, that are kind of like a slightly darker pink at the bottom. And it's got like a little pink pouch. It's like a pocket more than a pouch, and it looks like it's carrying an egg. And then it's got a little tail and just 2 little feet and 2 little, you know when you're drawing like little cartoon animals and they just have that like very sharp, it's not quite a V shape, but it's not quite a U shape. I would say it's more of a V shape, but like where you draw those little V shaped arms, it's got those, and it's kind of holding onto the egg a little bit, on the top of the pouch. But yeah, because I'm pretty sure in the Pokemon games and series that it is, at least in the series, it was at a Poke Center somewhere, I decided to build like a little small town hospital. I don't know, I just thought it would be really, really fun and really, really cute. Apparently, it's all a female Pokemon. I was talking about the other week with Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee that I wasn't sure if there was a female Pokemon that was just female only. And I have a feeling like this is a female only Pokemon. I don't think there is a male version. So yeah, it's definitely interesting for sure to see the male versus female versions in Gen 1, because, this was made a very, very long time ago. So yeah, this is just a little bit interesting. And yeah, I don't know, it's curious, I'll say that much. But yeah, with this build, I decided to, like I said, do a small town hospital. It's more of a doctor's office, like a glorified hospital. It's not really equipped for hospital type things, but it is available for, if you've got like a broken arm, there's a little x-ray place for you to get your x-ray done and for them to like put a cast on you. So there's that little room. There's a room where they do some like lab tests, so they can take some blood and do some tests here so they don't have to send it off to the big hospital. And then there's 2 little doctor's offices, like little suites, so you can go in and if you need to get your blood drawn, you can get your blood drawn in there, or if you need like a prescription for something, you can get a prescription there. And if you need like a referral to the bigger hospital or a specialist doctor or whatever, you can also come here to do that. So yeah, it's kind of a little fun and interesting build that I did. It's also something very different. I looked up small town hospital and I fully expected to get, I don't know, more like traditional builds, but I got a few interesting, fun, unique shapes. So I did try to include some round rooms, and believe it or not, they actually were pretty cooperative with me. I did have a little bit of issues at the start, but yeah, at the end of the day, like, it was actually pretty fine. Like, it wasn't too stressful to try and build with, and I'm happy with how it turned out. So yeah, like I said, there's the 2 doctor's offices. So when you come in the middle of the building. There is a receptionist area to the right, and some seating areas, and the 2 doctor's offices are also to the right. I think there's only one door to the offices, to the doctor's offices. There's also a bathroom back there, I believe. Actually, no, I think it is a doctor's suite. Actually, there's 2 bathrooms. Sorry, my bad. There's 2 smaller bathrooms and an area for the doctors and the receptionists and the lab workers, I guess, as well, to go hang out and, you know, have their lunch breaks. A break room. That's the word I was looking for. A break room. And then if you were to enter through the left, you would come to another hallway. There's a little seating area there. So from that hallway, keep in mind you've turned left now. If you turn left again, to the front left room of the building, that's where you can get your X-rays done. There's also a bed in there, so that, yeah, if you need to, like, lay down while they analyze the scans, or for them to wrap it up for you, like wrap up your arm or whatever it is, whatever treatment they have recommended, then, you know, you've got a place to sit and relax. And like I said, in that little hallway there's another seating area, so if you have, like, family members and whatever, to not crowd the room, you know, you can have one person in there with you, but the rest can be in that little waiting room. There is a bathroom off that little waiting room as well, and off of the X-ray room. And then, yeah, if you turn right from that little hallway, so it's still left side of the building, but the back end, there is that's where all the scan stuff happens. So yeah, if you're interested in, like, you know, if you need a blood test or, mostly blood test. I think, I don't know what else tests they would do. Maybe, like, nasal swab tests, or, you know, if you've got a funky thing thrown on you, like you need something to be biopsied or whatever, they definitely have that there for you. So yeah, it's definitely handy. So, like, you know, if let's say again you have a weird thing on you and they want to take a sample for a biopsy, they can do that here. And then when they get the results, you can come back in, and if you need to be referred to a specialist, you're already there to get the results, so they can refer you to somewhere else. But if it's nothing, then it's nothing, and it's all good, and they've not had to send it away, and it's not extra effort and energy and you know, time, because, you know, time is valuable when you're sick. It's, yeah, very, very important to make sure that you are paying attention to that sort of thing. You know, you're not, like, putting it for granted, I guess. Which I guess is a little ironic I'm saying that, because I'm the sort of person who, like, I should probably have my wisdom teeth out. They hurt on and off, but I just haven't done it. So, yeah, but, like, when it comes to, having a cold, I'll go straight for medicine. If it's bad, I'll go to the doctor and get, like, prescription or whatever, but yeah, majority of the time I'll just jump in straight away and nip it in the bud. Just, yeah, take care of myself, because also, like, you don't want to make the people around you sick, and I live with 1,000 people. It's not actually 1,000 people, but it honestly feels like it sometimes. So yeah, it's definitely something that I definitely recommend you do. It's probably definitely something I should absolutely do. But, you know, that's a late me problem. Current me doesn't want to really worry about it. Although before I did say that the round balls didn't give me too much problems, but I don't know if you just saw just then, but the bathrooms on the doctor's office side are technically the same room as the doctor's office. I couldn't get them to disconnect, and I really didn't want to fight them, so that's the only thing I could say for sure isn't working. Also, I do apologize if I sound a bit odd. I am desperately trying not to yawn right now. Like I said, it's about 10 o'clock at night. It's getting close to my bedtime for sure, but I'm going to be probably recording another video. I'm not 100% sure. I'll think about it. It's just, yeah, it's getting late. I'm getting tired. I need to upload this video, and I don't want to mess around too much with, like, being up late, because I do have to get up really early. Like I said, I have jury duty. I find out tomorrow if I get picked. If I don't get picked, that means they can't call me up for another 12 months, which would be absolutely awesome. But if they do pick me, yeah, I'm going to be dealing with that for, I think it's like a month. I think they said it's a month, which is not great. I definitely don't want to do that, but, you know, it's a part of being here, part of doing your duty, part of serving. So, you know, I have to do it. You know, as much as I don't want to, kind of have to do it. But yeah, you'll definitely know in the next couple of days. Like I said, I'm going to pre-record probably this video and then the next 2 ones, just in case I am called up, because then I'll have the weekend and I'll be able to get ahead on the weekend as well. It's basically going to be non-stop, like, building as soon as I'm home and editing and voicing and just trying to get ahead. But yeah, you'll probably know by the weekend whether or not I actually got called up. Part of me really wants to do it because I just want to get it over and done with, and hopefully they never call me up ever again in my entire life. But a part of me is like, I just really don't want to do it, you know? Like, I just don't want to do it. I'd really rather not. So, yeah, I don't know. It's very, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, they may take one look at me and be like, yeah, we don't want someone like that to, be on the jury. But they might look at me and be like, absolutely, that's the perfect person to be on this jury. It really depends on the case. I have no idea what the case is. If I don't get picked, I won't know what the case is. And if I do get picked, I won't be sharing what the case is. I just don't feel it's right to share what it is. I feel you'll be able to tell by my emotional state whether it's a heavy case or not. And I'll be okay with saying whether it's a heavy case or not, but I don't want to be sharing any details. For multiple reasons. One, it's a little bit doxy. 2, I don't want to risk anything, you know? Like, being a jury, you're not really supposed to talk about it, or, like, look up anything or get any information or whatnot. Like, yeah, it's yeah, not great, so... yeah, definitely not going to be talking about that at all with you guys, even after the case is done. It's just, yeah, not something I really feel is appropriate. I do understand being nosy, and I do understand, like, I get it. There's been certain cases that I have kept up with, because I do find them quite interesting, and I want to know from, like, a legal perspective or from a defense perspective, I guess, like, what's the case, what's going on, what's the truth, what's the reality, how do we keep the general public safe from these sorts of situations. And, you know, it's definitely interesting and curious for sure, but also, like, you know, there are some people who are going through tough times, and even if it is like a more civil case, I guess, it's still quite traumatizing for some people. You know, I've talked about a case before that I wasn't a part of the jury or the case or anything like that. I was just visiting the court, and we had to, like, look at a few different courts just to see what the courts were like. There's a little excursion, I guess. And yeah, the case was basically a dude who was stealing cars. No, he wasn't stealing cars, but he worked at a company and he sold them at the improper rate of what they should be sold. I'm really not sure with what happened there. But yeah, essentially he did something, and you know, at the end of the day, like, nobody lost their life, nobody got physically hurt, but, you know, a business was financially hurt, and that can have big impacts on people's lives, you know, especially if it's a small business. You know, if it's a small business and there are a lot of people relying on it, and, you know, the survival of the business is the survival of the people, like, it does hurt people. So again, that's, like, I guess another reason why I don't really want to talk about it, is because I will know I will know all the details that the court does, and I just don't want to deal with that. I don't want to share that. I don't want to be a part of spreading that information. Like, if it's relevant, it'll come out in the news if it needs to be said, and, you know, like, you never know, there might be people involved whose identities need to be protected, or who would rather just not have the story spread. So yeah, I'm definitely going to try and be a bit more private about it. But yeah, 90% sure if I get picked, I will likely be saying to you guys that it's insanely boring, and that's that really. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's I'm nervous, I'm excited, I'm bored. Like it's all mixed up into one. I get that way with a lot of different things. I don't know. I'm a very anxious person. That is who I am. I've always been anxious my whole life. Definitely tried to work against that and not be as an anxious little bean as I usually am. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling a bit of the nerves right now. Definitely feeling a bit stressed out about going there and doing that for 4 weeks. I'm going to be in a room full of strangers, listening to strangers' lives and how something went wrong, and now there needs to be something to fix it. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Again, I'd just really rather not do it. Part of me is like, why don't you just get a job that means that you can't be called up? But like, I would not enjoy a job like that at all. I don't think I could deal with a job in the legal system of any sorts. Just because there's so much sadness going on. I mean, I do understand with like, some things are actually happy and good, and I feel like drug court could definitely be rewarding because, yeah, people get a lot of help, and it's really, really, yeah, helpful and beneficial here. I've seen a little bit of it, and again, that was when I was doing the little excursion, and it was really beautiful to see, people applauding somebody for succeeding instead of punishing them for having moments where they did not succeed. But anyway, I could ramble and rant for much, much longer, but I will leave it here. We're towards the end of the video. If you guys have enjoyed the build, my ramblings, the video, any of that sort of stuff, make sure to subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.